Good morning, everyone. It is an absolutely gorgeous morning here in Northeast Ohio. So I'm going to take a moment just to breathe in that gratitude. And I hope wherever you are and at whatever time that you find this recording, that it serves you well and brings you into that gratitude space of the heart. So thank you guys so much for joining me for Chakra Yoga this morning. Again, as we prepare for class, just make sure, good morning, just make sure you have, if you would like, any blocks or yoga straps or rope ties, dish towels, whatever you might want to use to extend your arms if you need that, blankets for later, cushions, chairs, whatever you need. Have your gear, and we'll get started soon. Also, we're asking for folks' feedback if you might ever like to have any of our current classes offered outside in a, again, class size restricted setting, practicing social distancing. And it would be either at the Fairport Beach or the Fairport Veterans Park or the Painesville Veterans Memorial Park right outside our studio. So let us know in comments or email or private message if you're interested in having any yoga classes outdoors with us, maybe starting in end of the month, very end of the month, beginning of July. So thank you. Well, we'll get started here. So before I head back to my mat space, I'm going to show you a mudra that we're going to be working with. So it looks like, let me think here, touching our middle fingernails together. We're going to be touching the middle fingernails together and just allowing the thumbs to touch. Kind of looks like a little heart. There's different variations of this mudra, and it's going to be to help bring a sense of spaciousness into the body, mind, spirit. It helps to calm any nervous energy, and it also helps to bring breath into all of the various chakra centers today, our energy centers. So we might be working with a variation of this mudra, and I'll show you some different ways to do it as we continue to practice, but this is where we will begin. It looks a little bit like a heart. You can also have it lower. Okay, so I'm going to head back to the mat, and we'll begin. So as you find your comfortable seat, just make sure that you can sit with your spine beautifully tall. Legs can be any position that suits you right now. And just take a couple clearing breaths before we bring the middle fingernails together to touch in that mudra I was just sharing with you. But maybe you can focus your eyes on one point, or maybe you decide to close your eyes and go inward. And just begin to exhale whatever has been out of sorts for you lately. Exhale where there has been too much noise or worry in the mind. And now take a few really beautifully deep breaths, maybe sighing out not only the exhalation but the energy of excess thought or overwhelming feeling. We're just going to exhale all of that. And now very lightly, again, making sure the legs are comfortably positioned, adjusting them as you need. We're going to bring the hands out in front of us, in front of the heart. the heels of my hands touch as well as the backs of my middle fingers, so the middle fingernails are touching. I'm just going to hold that gesture right in front of my heart center. My other fingers are just kind of extended. You could have the option to touch the thumbs. I'm just going to hold this. It's like a little bit of a blossom. It's like a blossoming heart when you look at your hands. Close the eyes and begin to take the breath even lower and deeper into your low belly and abdomen. Soften your jaw as you exhale. You might instinctively even decide to touch the other 4 fingertips together. You're more than welcome. But here, as we connect with the root chakra this morning and start to take the energy up through our central channel so that each energy center receives balance and nourishment, take a big breath, sigh it out, and as you exhale, can you imagine rooting down through your sits bones, pelvis, sacrum, legs, feet. Imagining yourself for just a moment, if you can, as a tree, rooting down through your low extremities. As you inhale, can you start to imagine that how the energy would flow up you if you were a tree, from your roots into your trunk, noticing and allowing for the energy that flows into your roots to become even thicker, stronger, longer. And as you exhale, let the strength flow up into your trunk. On your next exhalation, see if you can allow the energy to continue to flow upward. So you might inhale and imagine the upward current, or exhale and feel the energy wash up through the center line toward the crown. Inhale, the energy draws up, and as you exhale, let the energy exit out from the crown into the sky, toward the sun. The energy can go. But again, as you inhale, every breath, can you feel a larger presence of roots that you're connecting with down below? Larger presence, longer roots, thicker roots, more developed roots with every inhalation, and with every exhalation, the crown consequently becomes bigger because of our strength and development of our roots. Take just a few more breaths, connecting with, growing the roots. Developing your roots as you inhale low and deep from the belly, softening your jaw and your tongue. And as you exhale, feeling the energy rise through your central channel of the torso, up and out through the crown, developing, growing the energy of the crown because the roots develop. Two or three more big breaths, listening to the sound of your breath. as you take your next inhalation, grow your arms and hands up through your center line and spread the fingers. Reach up from your heart and your roots. Exhale and melt the arms, and we'll just start to allow this energy to open. So as you inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, let it melt open in any way that feels good in your shoulders. Connecting with this idea of the prana vayu, the upward direction of how we move our energy from roots to crown. And it's moving up all of the chakra centers, washing up. Inhale, feel your roots grow deep into the earth, and as you exhale, that's when the energy floods upward as the arms open and clear, rinsing, shifting, opening. So as you inhale, have a sense of rooting down through your sacrum, legs, roots. You might even contract the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, feel the wash of light, space, and energy. 2 more breaths just like that. As you inhale, root down through your sits bones, tailbone, pelvis. Grow strong through your roots as you reach up. As you exhale, feel a melting and an opening, a wash. 1 more breath now. Pushing down through your roots as your arms grow up. My core feels active and engaged. As you exhale, let everything melt. Good. If you feel the need to adjust your legs, let them adjust or shift. If you're happy with the legs in Sukhasana or cross-legged position, leave them. And bring your fingertips to your shoulders now, and we're going to allow ourselves to play with these little elbow circles. So as you bring your elbows together, elbows kiss, and then they opening up your heart. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale when your chest broadens and opens. Exhale when the elbows come in toward one another. And we're just going to exhale now and feel the roots this time. So as you exhale, feel the heaviness of sacrum, pelvis. I'm contracting my spine a little. Abdomen contraction. Inhale, opens up. Exhale, contract. You can lift the pelvic floor, engage the pelvic floor, and then inhale, release it, or keep it contracted the whole time. Breathe. So whenever we work with contracting Mula Bandha, the root lock, the pelvic floor, it feels like a Kegels exercise, like we're cutting off the flow of urine, and it helps to strengthen your deep core muscles. It helps to strengthen the entire pelvic floor. It can also be grounding. Now we're just going to focus on sound of the breath for the next 4 cycles. Starting now. Inhale. One more. Again, inhale, unfurl the arms, reach to the sky, elongate the spine. Exhale, melt. Lengthen, sit tall. Entering our practice through the gateway of the Muladhara chakra, our roots, root center, element of earth, being present, of feeling safe, feeling secure within ourselves and our environment, feeling as if we can trust ourselves and our environment. Root center, element of earth, dominating, governing feet, legs, lower body, pelvic floor, base of the torso, even into the glutes a bit, even into the low back of it, joints and skin as well. Bring your legs out in front of you Take a moment just to circle your ankles. Going into the joints, circle your ankles. Sit beautifully tall. My knees are just fluidly bending in response to the movement of the feet and ankles. Wiggle your toes or spread them and take that circle in the opposite direction when you would like to reverse the ankle circle. And if you'd like, integrate the wrists as the root chakra works with our joints. Horsey lift your jaw, another powerful joint in the body. And reverse your wrist circle. Maybe you're going again in another circle with your ankles or relaxing your feet. Horsey lift the jaw. Few last breaths. When you would like to melt and relax the extremities, sit tall again. Deep breath in, sighing out the breath. Allow yourself, before we get into our active movement or stretching, just to sit tall and hold the palms facing upward to receive whatever blessing and intention or energy that you might need today. This is Pushpaputa Mudra, hands full of flowers is what it translates into, hands full of flowers. Receiving of blessing and goodness. Feel your roots into earth. Maybe I'll invite you again, if you like this, to just contract the pelvic floor as you sit tall, connecting with that root energy. And close your eyes. At the end of the exhale, breath surrenders to quietude. For a moment, you hang in balance, suspended in the fertile spaciousness that is the source of breath. At the end of the inhale, filled with the song of the breath, there is a moment when you are simply holding the tender mystery. In these interludes, experience opens into exquisite vastness with no beginning and no end. Embrace this infinity without reservation, for you are its vessel. Inhale, reaching to the sky, energy now moving upward from root to crown, pranavayu. Exhale, let your arms and hands melt. So now, we're going to allow ourselves, before we go into the leg stretches for root and sacrum, just a little bit of some spinal movement to clear out the central channel. If we're holding anything there, that might be like cobwebs or congestion or muscular tension. So bring your legs out in front of you just for a moment. We're going to start with a simple cat-cow flexion extension of the spine. So you're going to inhale, lift the heart center, exhale, round it back. We're just going to begin the flow here. And again, as you open to this connection, can you let the energy wash through? Can you inhale and sense upward movement, fresh energy coming in? And can you exhale and feel the clearing out, the release from the crown outward? Inhale and exhale. So whatever has been present in your life in the last few days that you feel you would like to have it move on a little bit, exhale it. And gift yourself with the inhalation. Gift yourself with the freshness of the inhalation. Exhale whatever you've experienced that you might like to move on from. All right, 2 more breaths here. We're moving the energy through all of the centers, all of the chakras. Option to leave your legs bent in front as we start to spiral or smear the torso center around in a cycle. So you can leave the legs bent, you could bring them back to Sukhasana, cross-legged. You could go to Baddha Konasana, bound angle like a diamond. What feels good in your low body as you find your own rhythm to smear gooey movement, that torso around. You might walk the hands across the earth. Now inhale as you lean it forward if you like, exhale as you lean it back, or vice versa, but connect your breath to the movement. I'll often explore with my arms around this spiral as well if that feels safe in your body. Find that expression, that exploration. And if it seems right, reverse it. Take some cleansing breath here. Inhale from your roots upward. Exhale out the crown. Thinking of it that way first. Inhale from your roots upward. Exhale out the crown. And now as you've observed through some of that movement, go to where it feels good and right to stretch side to side, front or back. Stillness or movement. Breathing deep. Now think about as you inhale an entire root system developing down into the earth that's connected to your body, going down deep as you inhale from your belly into your back. And as you exhale, feel the energy rising up your central channel and blossoming out the crown. When you would like to align your spinal column to sit tall, do that in your own timing. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, feel your roots grow longer, thicker, deeper. As you exhale, the energy rushes up through your central channel, out through the crown. As we start to work into our next posture, we're going to be focusing and balancing and stimulating the lower 3 energy centers, root, muladhara, sacrum, svadhisthana, and manipura, the solar plexus. We're going to go through some of that with this next series. So you're going to allow yourself just to sit up beautifully tall at first here. I'm going to let my right knee be bent, my right foot's plugged into the earth. My left leg is actually right now just out on my front left diagonal. And all that I'm going to do here at first with my right knee bent and my left leg extended is play with leaning back and windshield wipering just for the moment. So feeling this action of the hips peeling up from the earth, and we're feeling this action of a little twist around our midsection. So though we are rooted with Muladhara chakra, the earth root chakra, we're also bringing in the flow of Svadhisthana, the element of water that's around our reproductive centers, hips, glutes, low back as well, reproductive area. And we're bringing the twist of cleansing into Manipura, center of self-esteem, self-worth around our midsection, abdomen, digestive center, kidney center, center of self-esteem, self-worth, value, and it's also known as the element of fire in the Manipura center. Okay, so now bringing it back upward, sitting tall. You might perch on the edge of a blanket roll or a cushion. And let ourselves just hug the right knee in for a moment. Deep breath here. Just hugging in the right shin bone or right knee. Left leg, giving it a shake out if you're starting to grip in the left quadricep. Feel it shaked out for a moment. Shaking out. Horsey lip your jaw. Good. Let your right knee drop open. If you need to support the outside of the right thigh, you can. We're going to start to face our shoulders and chest toward the left leg that's off on the front diagonal. I'm going to invite my left knee into a bent position. I'm going to hold on to the back of my left thigh for a moment. As I inhale, just lifting up my heart, shining it toward the sky. As I exhale, bowing over the bent leg. Inhale, I'm holding the back of the thigh, lifting up my heart center. Exhale, bowing over the bent leg. Let this flow as you inhale, breathe in through the nostrils. As you exhale, sigh out the mouth. Open the jaw with an HA sound. Playing into and out of the realm of Janusirsasana, the single leg forward fold. Stimulating root, sacrum. With the breath, also stimulating Manipura, the solar plexus, and heart, Anahata. Throat, Vishuddha. 2 more undulations. One more. Inhale, lengthening up. As you exhale, hold on to the back of that left thigh, hinging over. And you can melt the body over the leg if you like, or you can hook your yoga strap, dish towel, whatever you might have, around the front of the left foot, extending it. You might hold with your hand around the bottom of your left foot. But wherever you're starting to work here, honor what you're feeling. We want to have most of the sensation coming from the widest part of the hamstring. Not much happening in the low back, not much happening in the back of the knee, not much happening under the glute. Relax and breathe. As always, in the postures, you might feel guided to rest in stillness, softening neck, shoulders, face, jaw. You might also feel intuitively or instinctively guided to move any way that the body might guide you. Key is to keep the breath deep. Wherever you're exploring, we're counting 5 deep belly breaths, hearing the sound of our own breath. Beautiful. When you've counted those 5 breaths, invite yourself to start to lengthen up. We're not quite done with this posture, but let yourself have the opportunity to lean back to your fingertips or elbows. Breathe deep. Huge breath in. Exhale. Again, a big breath. Exhale. One more breath. lengthening it back up. Bending, again, our beautiful left leg. I'm going to let myself rotate. So as I sit tall, I'm rotating to my right corner. I'm going to hook my left elbow to the inside of the left leg. Inhale, reach my right arm back to the back right corner, sitting tall. Left elbows pressing inside my left knee. Right arm's reaching back to my back corner. Twist variation here as you deepen the breath. Parivrita, twisting, revolving. Soften your jaw as you gaze behind you. Again, now as you exhale, can you contract the pelvic floor as you sit tall? Root chakra activation, contracting the pelvic floor. Hip opening here. Svadhisthana, activation of the sacrum. Manipura engagement, activation as we're twisting. Parivrita, revolving, twisting. Soften your jaw. Reaching with Anahata, the heart center, element of air, forgiveness. Softening the jaw in Vishuddha, throat chakra. Inhale, let yourself come back to center, lengthen. Exhale, sigh. Lateral spinal stretch now. My left elbow is still hooked to the inside of my left knee. Reaching the right arm out to my side. Inhale, reaching all the way up. Exhale, tipping to my left side as I feel both sits bones anchored into earth. And I feel a reach through my right fingertips. If that's too much, you can make a baby bird wing, bending your right elbow, touching your right fingertips to your right shoulder. I'm using leverage very gently. I'm continuing to press left elbow into left inside of the knee so I feel opening, broadening through my belly space, chest space, shoulder space. You could reach out, up, over. You can move your arm or wrist. Soften now your neck and jaw as the head stays in line with the spine. Deep breath here. My friends that feel they have the access to more flexibility in your left leg, you can extend it to lateral variation of Janu Sirsasana. Single leg fold, breathe. Deep breath in the belly. Deep breath. We're opening up the beautiful deep side back muscles, root chakra, sacral chakra. 3 deep breaths. Softening your jaw. And then melt the arm when you're ready. Center yourself, rolling up through spinal column. Sigh. Beautiful. Bring your right knee up again. Lean back to your hands. Windshield viper with one knee bent, the left leg extend, the right knee bent still. Now we're going to explore twisting to the left side. So as you're ready, we're going to rotate to the left. My right butt cheek's off the earth. I'm reaching my right arm across as far as I can go. And I'm going to inhale and open my knee and arm toward the sky. Right arm is opening. Exhale across. Inhale it open. Exhale it across. Inhale it open. Last time. Exhale across. Inhale it open. Find your hand to the earth. Sit up tall for just a moment. Give your right leg, right knee a hug back to where we started. Sit beautifully tall, and then if you're gripping in your left quad, give it a massage with your hand or shake it out. Deep breath. Still shaking it, breathing deep. One more breath. Lovely. Release. Take a mini wide angle. Upavista Konasana. Sit up tall, whether your knees are bent or straight, your choice. We want to feel the sits bones, the butt bones pointing straight down, so you might be up on the edge of a blanket or cushion if you need it. Other helpful things, sounds kind of silly, if you reach back there and just very gently guide the flesh of your buttocks out from beneath you, funny words, lengthening up so you feel the sits bones down there. Soften the breath. Take a moment to sit here, upright angle. This is called Upavista Konasana. You could have straight legs. If you feel inspired to melt your heart toward the earth before we switch the single leg variation of our stretch in a moment, lengthen, inhale. You might even reach to the sky. As you exhale, you would reach out and forward. You might pause somewhere along the journey and just be there, or lower your hands to the ground, or you might continue on toward the earth. Wherever you are, make sure that your knees are pointing up at the sky and they're not rolling in. Nice deep breath here. Counting your breath for 5 big breaths, softening your jaw. After your 5th breath or so, lengthen back up through the spine. Take a moment to pause. As you inhale, feel your root system growing longer, deeper, more expansive, larger, thicker roots. As you exhale, feel the energy of those roots wash up through your body. As you inhale, feel the root system get bigger, more mature, more developed. As you exhale, feel the energy rush up through the body. Guide your legs in. Shake them out if you need to. Circle your ankles if you need to. Before we switch our Janu-Sirsasana exploration, we're going to open up the heart, the belly, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, the throat. So your choice here to go to diamond legs, to lean back to your fingers, sway your back, look skyward slightly, keeping the spine in line. So we're not going to crank the head back like a Pez dispenser, keeping your head in line with your spine. You could also go to a reverse tabletop, like a crab walk pose. You could also go to a reverse plank, lifting up body like a plank here. Breathing deep, whichever variation you choose, or exploring a mix of them. We're going to take 5 huge breaths into Anahata, the heart center, our center associated with air element governing the ribs, the lungs, the thymus gland, immune center, immune system center, lungs, rib cage, back of the upper back, shoulders, arms, hands, fingers, governing forgiveness, compassion, tolerance, self-love. Tied to the element of air. Maybe you can enjoy 2 more deep breaths wherever you're at. And then as you feel ready to back off the arms, let yourself find your neutral, elongated spine. Now I'm going to set myself up for my Janu Sirsasana exploration with my right leg bent to my right corner. My left leg, I'm going to plant the foot on the earth, my left knee is bent. We start it just by a little bit of a windshield wiper here. So my left knee is bent, my right leg's extended. And we can feel the rooting sensation through this little twist. We're rooting down through our hips, our glutes, our hands or elbows, whatever's supporting us behind us there on the earth. Tailbone, sacrum rooting. We feel the fluidity of the sacral chakra, the hips rocking side to side, going with the flow of this day, the natural unfolding of the course of our lives, and feeling the fiery twist, the detox in the solar plexus back. 2 big breaths now, washing with anahata the air, the breath, the lungs, spaciousness with Vishuddha, the throat center. One more breath for good measure. Good, and we balance ourselves back at center. So my right leg is still off to my right diagonal. I'm going to hug my left shin bone in. As I do so, I'm going to be mindful that I'm not rounding through my lumbar spine, so I might even again take my fingers, my hands back there, and again, we say, pull out the fleshy part of your buttocks behind you. It's funny, but it helps you to sit up beautifully tall, or you could sit on the edge of a blanket. Now, if you find your right quad starting to grip, you might massage it or shake it out a little bit. We're hugging the front of the left shin bone, right leg releasing that tension. Some mornings I have to do a lot of shaking here or pummeling if the body's just holding on. Might be holding on to my emotional tension from yesterday or the last week. The fascia might be holding on to mental stress. Just gonna let it release. Lovely. One more breath, 2 more breaths, whatever feels right. As you inhale, your root system grows more mature, longer, deeper. As you exhale, the energy washes up through you. In an interesting way to think of what we call a prana vayu, the way we're moving the currents of energy through our body. Now, let your left knee drop open. I'm going to bend my right knee now. I'm holding onto the back of my right thigh. Coming into some undulation movement to cleanse and filter. So holding the back of the right thigh. If you need to prop the outside of your left leg, please do. Inhale, lengthen up your heart center. Beam your heart toward the sky just a bit. Exhale, melt over the front leg so you feel chest or shoulder coming over that right quadricep. Inhale, lengthening up. Exhale at your mouth with an HA sound. Inhale. For more Vishuddha integration, the throat center, make a lion's breath. That's where you stick your tongue out and down. Now, lion's breath. Beneficial for allergy relief or reduction of inflammation in the lymph nodes of the throat, detoxification of the lungs, relieving symptoms of TMJ, teeth grinding as well. Undulate. Vishuddha not only governs our expression, but our ability to deeply listen, the ears of our ears open. So if you've heard too much sound, exhale it. Vishuddha tied to the element of clear open space like the blue sky today. One more undulation. And you're going to continue now to either hug in the back of that right thigh, however you would like. Hugging it in, resting forward. Or releasing, grabbing a strap or a dish towel or a rope tie, taking it around the bottom of the right foot. Lengthening up, exhaling yourself forward over that right leg, your choice. So I'm saying knee can be beautifully bent or extended to where you're comfortable. Some of you at home might clasp the bottom of your right foot with your hands. But we're not looking to feel much sensation-wise in the back or in the back of the knee or at the top of the hamstring where it connects under the glute. You're looking for the stretch deep in the belly of the hamstring, the widest, thickest part of your hamstring muscle. Deep breath here. Balancing Muladhara, root chakra, center of trust, security, safety. Balancing Svadhisthana chakra, the watery element, sacrum, reproductive, creative solutions, creative problem solving. Creating life, recreating yourself. Balancing Manipura chakra, fire element of self-worth, self-esteem. Deep breath in and out. Count 3 to 5 more deep breaths now inside of yourself. Deep breath, counting now. As you ride the wave of breath, ask the body if it wants you to move any other way. This is not only connecting to the physical voice, but also the intuition, the third eye center ajna. So any other way your body might like to explore, leaning forward or upright or side to side in this, let it happen now. Just for a few breath rounds. And then let yourself eventually lengthen up. Sigh out the breath. Right knee bent out in front. So I'm on my front diagonal, right diagonal, left knee still relaxing. Right elbow hooking to the inside of my right knee. There's opposition here. I'm pressing in toward right elbow into the inside of the right knee, right inside of the knee, pushing into the right elbow, lengthening up through my spine. I'm going to let myself reach to my back left corner with my left arm. Integrating Manipura a little bit more. Solar plexus, inhale here. As I exhale, I'm going to gaze over my left shoulder or hand, if I can. Do what's right in your neck. Honor it. Soften the shoulders, soften neck, soften jaw, soften face and tongue. So again, we're working from our root system all the way up, really through all of these chakra centers, up the center line. So we are breathing deep. So you could hold the inside of your right ankle with your right hand or keep the elbow bent, your choice. Deep belly breath, soften the jaw. Twist variation. Grounding through our roots, opening up our hips, twisting through the solar plexus, mid-back, opening through the heart with the shoulder arm, softening through the jaw. Alright, beautiful. Inhale, center yourself. I'm still keeping this hook of my right elbow to the right knee. Inhale, I lengthen up. As I exhale, I'm going to tip over my right leg. Again, right elbow, right forearm inside the right knee. Some of you at home might reach out to your side. You might reach up. You might do the baby bird wing, where you're letting your left elbow bend, left fingertips to the left shoulder. You might also extend your right leg if you have that access and flexibility in the right leg. Deep breath. lateral stretch. So I'm using this right elbow into the inside of the right knee to keep opening up my chest, my belly, my shoulders are stacked. Left arm can move freely. Head is in line with the spine, jaw is relaxed. Deep breath. Any exploration of the top arm is welcome, or any stillness. Deep breath. Horsey lip the jaw. If it starts to get tight, we have 3 more breaths. As you inhale, your root system gets bigger. As you exhale, the energy washes up through you. Release as you feel ready to do so. Any props in your way, shift them. Draw your left knee up. Windshield wiper variation, left knee bent, right leg extended. I'm going to rock onto my right hip, my left butt cheeks off the earth, left arm coming across. Inhale back through center. Exhale, guide that left arm across. Inhale through center. Use a big HA exhalation, lion's breath. Lion's breath activating Vishuddha chakra, the throat center of expression. Speaking your truth, deep listening, compassionate listening. 3 more if you can. Stretching your back, reversing those twists, those stretches. Last one. Inhale, lengthening back upward. Sunbathe, I like to call it. Lean back to your hands. Heart open for a minute. If you want to, you could push your hips up. Totally optional. It's like a single-legged reverse plank. If you are exploring that option, make sure you switch legs too. And lowering your sacrum if you're playing with that journey there. Left knee bent one more time, left foot planted. I hug in my left shin bone and I'm gonna relax my right quadricep. Give it a little massage, give it a shake. Horsey lip your jaw. Beautiful work. Nice. Let it all go. Let's play one more time just with a heart center opener, back opener. Again, bringing this energy upward here. Your choice. Bound angle, Baddha Konasana with the heart open. Sunbathing on the hands or elbows. Bent legs, heart lift. Reverse tabletop, like a crab walk. Or like I was playing with you in a moment ago, one leg bent, one leg straight, lift the hips. I really do love that expression, that exploration. So if you would like to try it, give it a go. Again, getting into solar plexus, Manipura, Anahata, the heart center, throat center. Breathe. I like to play a little bit with movement here. That's your choice. Soft jaw, soft tongue. Releasing hips when you need. If you've been doing any other variation, please feel free to counter with bending over or releasing when you're ready. But if you're doing that single leg reverse plank, play with me on the other side. Deep breath here. Honoring what you need today. Strengthening heart, strengthening solar plexus, strengthening roots, strengthening sacrum. Breathe deep. Smile, soften the face. Lovely, and let it all go. Excellent. So just for a moment here, meet me on your elbows and knees or hands and knees. Inhale, sway your back. Look forward or up. Exhale, round your spine. Clear it all out. Inhale, sway your back. Look forward and up. Exhale, round your spine. So cat and cow, beautifully balancing for all of our centers, all of our energy centers. Also activation of our feet and hand chakra centers. Inhale, sway. If you have a lot of shoulder tension, get some little bit of ooey gooey shoulder shrugs in here. Soften your jaw as you exhale. A few more. We're clearing, cleansing that central channel. Shushumna center, energy center, central channel. One more. For fun, we're going to let ourselves again be hands and knees, elbows and knees, whatever you prefer. Right hand forward, left foot back. Right now my fingers and my toes are still earth bound. If you would like, bring that opposite arm and leg up, right arm, left leg, and explore either reaching in stillness, pulling in opposition, navel drawing up toward the backbone, or swim those extremities around creatively, softening neck, shoulders. Can you reach in opposition in different ways? Breathe, be mindful. Some of my friends at home may like a little bit more of a quadricep stretch. You could bend your left knee and hold the top of your left foot with your right hand. You could also actively push the foot into the hand and gaze forward. That's totally optional. Breathe deep. Again, it's more Manipura activation, but we're also still strengthening root chakra, hip sacral chakra, Manipura fire center of self-worth, self-esteem. Breathe. Releasing that exploration as you feel ready. So for myself, my left leg was the leg that up. I'm going to put it down on the earth, left knee down. Extend the right leg back. Open the right arm to the sky if that's accessible to you. And breathe here. Heart center opener. Now, right arm could come over the right ear. We could paint the sky with the arm. Some of my friends might like to go on a more of an adventure with this. You can pick your right leg up. Side plank variation. Breathe deep. Again, I'm still working with opposition here. Breathe. We're still working with Manipura, solar plexus stabilization, Anahata, heart energy center going outward. Soften your jaw. Can we send joy and compassion in all directions as we work with our own sense of well-being? Can you send joy in all directions as we work with our own sense of well-being? Come center. Inhale, sway your back. Exhale, round your spine. Now, if your wrists are getting talkative, go on your elbows. Inhale, sway. Exhale, round. Inhale, sway. Exhale, round. One more clearing breath. Tabletop. Tabletop spine. Again, stay on your elbows if you like. Right arm reaching forward. No, I lied. Left hand reaching forward. Right foot reaching back. Okay. Your left hand and right foot could stay earthbound or reach up into the air and explore. So I'm showing this on my forearm. It could also be up on my hand. Reaching in opposition, in stillness, or with any movement you'd like, swimming through the air. Breathing deeply. Breathe, smile, soften around, neck, jaw. First you lift your jaw out. Deep breath. Those of you that want to play with the quadricep stretch, you can always bend your right knee, reach reach your left hand back. You might be able to clasp your left hand to your right foot. You might be able to clasp your left hand to your right foot. That's totally optional. You can just be released, you could be holding. If you do find your foot though, feel free if you'd like to push your foot into your hand. Breathe. Deep breath, everybody, wherever you're working. Breathe deep. Even if you're opting to rest in child's pose, breathe deep. Soften your jaw. When you want to release it, bring it all back to earth. Right knee for myself is going to be planting now. Left leg is going to extend out on the earth like a warrior foot. My left pinky toe side of my foot anchors down. If I'm able to reach the left arm toward the sky and explore. So again, creating a strong center of Manipura and then radiating it out in all directions. Anahata, the energy of the heart going everywhere. If you want to bring your left leg off the earth and play with balance, you can. Now getting into Ajna, third eye center, balance, intuition, breathe. Remember, you can also be on your elbow. Breathe. Deep breath. Take in all the space as you breathe. Soften your neck, face, and jaw. Have active extremities, like energy through your fingertips and toes. And then exhale, melt. Beautiful. Inhale, sway your back. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, sway. Exhale, round. 2 more. Last breath. Good. And now we're going to let ourselves start to come on down to the belly. So as you come down to your belly, find your elbows on the earth. With elbows on the earth, let yourself press the pubic bone down into the floor or the ground. And we're going to think of lengthening the spine forward. My upper body's low to the earth. I'm lengthening forward and then lifting up to our Sphinx posture, up on the elbows. From here, again, continue to plug the pubic bone down, lengthen through the spine. Play with some gentle neck movements. Little bit of head movement. So maybe you're making a half of a circle with your nose. Maybe you're going to look over one shoulder or the other, but just go very mindfully. Now place the breath low and deep around your low back, low belly, sides of the waist. Inhale, big breath in, exhale completely. Use an HA, opened mouth, exhalation. One more breath. Good, lengthening. As you exhale, lower yourself down toward the ground like a crocodile or a starfish. Crocodile Makarasana can be stacking your forearms, letting your forehead rest there. Starfish, arms like a big X shape, legs like an X. Turning your cheek to one side. Beautiful breath in here, exhaling completely. Feel your heartbeat on the earth. Feel your back rising on your inhalation. Feel your low back sinking on your exhalation. If your head has been turned one way, let it turn the opposite direction to balance the cervical spine. Inhale, the back rises. Exhale, the back sinks. exhale, inhale yourself to center. Just a few exercises more to strengthen the posture muscles. So a lot of us, when we feel overwhelmed through the pressures of the days and the worries, we feel like we're getting rounded through our upper back, like things are weighing on us. So the first one we're going to do, I keep bringing back to a lot of my classes, we're going to let ourselves bring our legs together, feet kissing, knees kissing, bring your palms to the earth, and now your elbows are going to actively draw down toward your feet, but also forearms squeezing into your ribs. When you feel that inward squeeze and elbows pulling, lengthening down, your head and nose might lift up off the earth, your palms might lift up off the earth just a touch. If they don't, that's okay. Elbows in, squeezing. We're gonna also squeeze the feet and legs together, and we might feel the feet and legs lift off. So we're squeezing elbows in, elbows toward the feet and legs squeezing in, breathe. Can we take 3 deep breaths here? Locust variation, breathing deep, solar plexus, heart activation, throat activation, breathe. Squeeze in toward the center line with everything. One more breath. Lower it down. Beautiful. See if you can bend your right knee so your right foot's up in the air. Move your right foot around a bit. Now, see if you're able just to reach your right arm back towards your right foot. Some of you might be able to find the ankle or top of the foot and hold it. Others of us might just be practicing this reach, and that's perfect. Send energy through your left arm and left leg and lift them off the earth a touch or a lot, depending on your feeling. If you're grabbing the top of your right ankle or foot, you can push the foot or the ankle into the hand, breathing deep, breathing deep. So we're massaging and toning the organs of the front body, detoxifying, clearing our center. Soften your jaw, your neck. See if you can just do 3 more breaths. Strengthening the muscles of the back. Good, and release. Turn your head the opposite way to rest your neck. Inhale, feel your spine rise. Exhale, feel the spine sink. Let yourself bend the left knee, left foot can move around. You might start to reach your left hand back toward your foot. And some of us then might reach our right arm in front long, right leg extending back. So we might just start to feel a pull in opposition between right arm and right leg. Maybe we lift up a little. Maybe we're able to reach the left hand to the front of the left ankle or top of the foot and lengthen, lift. Or push the top of the foot into the hand and breathe. Deep breaths. Working with your body where it is today. Breathe deeply. Breathe. Detoxifying and massaging the organs of the front body. Helping tone the kidneys and adrenals. Reducing the effects of cortisol, the stress hormone on the body. Soften your jaw. Exhale, release. Palms kissing the earth. Let yourself press up to a rounded cat back. Make sure your knees are under your hips. Give your rounded cat back a little bit of movement or play. Let your head hang. Horsey lip out your jaw. Get ooey gooey in your shoulder space. Downward facing dog. Briefly curl your toes under, lifting up. Walk the dog, feet and hand chakra activation. Activation and balance of all of the chakra centers. Sigh out your breath, horsey lip your jaw. Sigh. So Parivrita, Adho Mukha Svanasana, the twisted down dog. We're going to center our legs, knees bent, heels up. Swivel the knees one way. Deep breath. Sigh, twist the other way. Breathe. Centering. If anyone wants to go a little further, you can take a three-legged dog exploration. If not, rest in child's pose. Three-legged dog one way or the other. Good. Eventually lowering your knees. Taking extended child's pose, Balasana. Open up the knees wide if you would like, and reach the arms out long. Ajna chakra, forehead to the earth. As you're in your variation of child's pose, close your eyes, connect with the deep breath. Ajna chakra, third eye center, front of the forehead, governing sinuses, governing pineal gland, vision, intuition, dreaming, imagining. Breathe here. Going up towards Sahasrara, the crown center. Draw your arms in so your palms are just out in front of you a bit. As you inhale, see if you would like to lift your hips and rock toward the top of the head. As you exhale, release the hips down, rocking towards your forehead. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. If that feels good, play with inhale, lifting the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Try 3 repetitions more if you would like. Up through the spine. Beautiful. Your choice to kneel or sit. Just one last thing here. So you might prefer kneeling or sitting on a block to kneel. You might sit with your legs out in front of you. Here's the variation. I'll show it first sitting. I'm going to clasp my hands. So if you like to kneel, you could be kneeling with this. Clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart center. Exhale, just round over. Your arms might come up if you have that range of motion, or you might be holding a dishcloth or a strap. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, over. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over. Now, if you like to kneel, you'll have a little bit of a bigger range of motion with this. Inhaling, exhaling. So just feel where you're at. It's a little undulation. If you would rather stay upright with a tall spine the whole time, just focus on really filling up your lungs, inhaling, exhaling. You can use the HA exhalation if you're doing the undulation or if you're just sitting tall. Two more breaths now. Last breath. As you take the next inhalation, see if you can ground down to the earth. Whatever parts of you are connected to earth, press down through them. Contract the pelvic floor. Feel your roots going long, thick, evolved, dense. As you exhale, release your hands up to the sky and feel your energy washing up through you from your roots to your crown. Big breath in and out. As you exhale, melt the arms. Shoulder circle, however you're choosing to sit right now. Horsey lip out your jaw if you need. Shoulder shrugs, shoulder circles, any head or neck movement. Any wrist or hand movement. Taking these micro movements around your neck, your shoulders, your fingers, your hands, your toes, your feet. Lovely. Releasing that as you feel ready. Inviting yourself for one last seated exercise with breath before we come to final relaxation. So I'm going to show you a couple of options. You can sit in any way that's comfortable, like meditative posture. I'm going to wait. Okay. You can also choose to sit in more of what we call a Gomukhasana position. Gomukhasana is where we sit tall. We fold one leg under us like we're going to sit cross-legged. Bring the opposite leg across the top. Foot's on the earth, knee is up. It could also just be out in front if that's too much in the hips. Some of us at home that are familiar with Gomukhasana, you might stack up your knees and let your feet open. So option B. So sitting any which way you want to sit, or trying Gomukhasana with the hip opener. Prana Mudra in the hands now. We're touching our thumbs to the rings and the pinkies. Index and middle fingers extend. Feel yourself. Inhale for just a moment, rooting down. The roots get deeper, longer, thicker. Exhale, the energy washes up through us, up and out the crown system. Next breath, inhale, right arm going down and out. Inhale, the arm comes out and up. When you need to exhale, close the right nostrils with the right fingers. Exhale the left arm down and out. Inhale it out and up. When you need to exhale, close the left nostril with left fingers. Exhale the right arm down and out. Inhale out and up. Switch, exhale down the left side, left arm down and out. Inhale out and up. Switch to exhale. Try this on your own for a while. You inhale, the arm moves up as you inhale. You switch on the exhalation, the arm moves down and out. You inhale, the arm out and up. Focus on the sound of the breath, exhaling down and out, inhaling out and up, tracing infinity, with the arms and hands. Next time you exhale, release, sit tall. If you're in Gomukhasana with the legs more stacked, if you want to melt forward for a couple breaths, you can, or walk your arms and hands one way or the other, you can. You can also just choose to sit beautifully tall. When you would like to open or reverse any position of your legs, give your legs that moment to unwind, untwist, honor any movement that they might need. We'll come into our last round of breath. So this time I'm bringing my right knee underneath me. If you're opting for Gomukhasana variation, right leg under, like we're sitting cross-legged, left leg across the front. You could always hold the front of the left knee or sit tall. Some of us might be able to twist or bring the left leg over. Some of us might be able to stack up our knees, left knee on top, feet open, Gomukhasana. If you did this side already, just make sure you're going to your opposite side. Fingertips in prana mudra, so we have thumbs to ring and pinky, index and middle fingers extended, prana life force energy mudra, energizing. Inhale, right arm all the way up. Exhale, close the right nostril, breathe down and out the left side. Inhale the left arm up. Switch to exhale down the right side. Your arms and hands trace the path of the breath, so follow it. Inhale when the arm floats up. Exhale to switch. Next time you exhale from the left nostril, release the exercise. Breathe deeply, clearing, cleansing breath. If you're in Gomukhasana or any seated forward fold, express, you might melt forward, you might lean side to side or untwist or untangle your legs. Any counter stretch you want. eventually sit tall to just integrate the concepts of creating this beautiful root system through the energetic currents that we connected with today, called vayus, vayu meaning wind, or the way we can move the current of energy in the body. And we were connecting a lot with pranavayu, moving the energy up eventually through our center. So as you inhale, first think about, as you sit tall, long, deep, thick roots going out in all directions. As you exhale, feel the energy rush up through your center and out through the crown, contracting the pelvic floor. Maybe one more breath, inhaling, feeling the energy, long, deep, thick, rooted energy down and out. Exhale, contract the pelvic floor, the energy rushes up and out, spaciously in all directions. Take a cleansing breath, sigh, and let everything release. Shake out. Actually, we're going to shake out on the earth. Bring yourself down to earth with a block or cushion handy. And we're going to let ourselves come onto your back. Take your time, and then we're going to do a little shake out. So once you get on your back, start to bubble your knees, shake your hands. Shake them up, and then shake and kick your legs up in the air. Horsey lip your jaw. Shake-a, shake-a, shake-a. All over. Kick it out. Cleansing breath. Evolve it if you like. Evolve it if you'd like into happy baby for a moment of stillness. Or again, supta, upavisa konasana, supine wide angle with the legs. And then eventually plant your feet and slide a block or cushion or rolled blanket underneath your sacrum and stretch out here for Shavasana, elongating the legs out, heels out, arms overhead. If that's too intense, bend your legs or one leg or diamond legs. Or legs up for a little while, whatever you need now. Yogi's choice in this supported bridge for Shavasana. Sigh, exhale. If you ever want to come out of supported bridge to just rest on the earth in any way, let that happen. For now, be open to receive all of the goodness this day has to offer you. As you inhale, feel your root system broaden and deepen, get thicker and longer in all directions beneath you, connecting you fully to earth. As you exhale, feel the energy rush up through you, expanding outward and above you, crowning out in all directions, branching out. We can only expand our awareness, our perception, and our consciousness if we are that deeply rooted. Relax your jaw and tongue. Let the earth support you and let the sky bless you today. Just be. enter these turning points where the rhythms of life transformation, where the rhythms of life transform into one another. The breath flows in, filling and filling. In this moment, drink eternity. The breath flows out, emptying and emptying, offering itself to infinity. Cherishing these moments, mind dissolves into heart. Heart dissolves into space. Body becomes a vibrating field, pulsating between fullness and emptiness. Cherish these moments, mind dissolving into heart, heart dissolving into space, body vibrating as a field, pulsating between fullness and emptiness. Deepening your breath when you're ready. Swallowing. Wiggling toes or fingers. Moving or stretching however it speaks to you, however it's right. Eventually let yourself roll to rest on one side in a fetal position, taking your time. Notice how you feel in the space of a few breaths. And let yourself come up to a comfortable seat when you're ready. We'll bring our hands to prayer position once you arrive, Anjali Mudra. Let's say a little prayer for yourself today. What's your intention for today? Maybe it's one word, maybe it's an imagining, a vision. Say a little prayer for our human brother and sisters, for the world. And as we close out our practice today, I'm just going to finish with a Sanskrit mantra. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Means may everyone everywhere be happy. May the whole world be joyous. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Oh. reaching your arms skyward. Heart and body, mind, spirit filling with light and breath as you exhale back to prayer hands. One more breath, just exhaling the sound of Om or listening. May everyone everywhere be happy. May the whole world be joyous. Enjoy this beautiful day. Let us know if you would like any of our classes to become outdoor, in-person classes, including this one. We would limit the size of the class and practice social distancing, aiming to start these classes at the beginning of July. So leave a comment, email us, private message us if you would like any of our current classes to go outdoors to Fairport Veterans Park, Fairport Beach, or Paynesville Veterans Memorial Park outside of our studio. And we thank you so very much. I thank you. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for your trust and support, and namaste.